Hello and welcome back to my Tarot Corner. And this reading is about Princess Charlene and Prince Albert of Monaco. Now, I have to say that I don't know much about them, but I do remember that there was a lot of commotion around their wedding. I remember that she at first didn't want to get married, and she then changed her mind. And I remember seeing pictures from the wedding, and she didn't look like a happy camper, let's say that. She didn't look like the happy bride that you would expect. And now she's in South Africa, which is the country where she was born. And I understand that she went through some kind of a procedure there. They say that it was nose and throat and something like that. I'm not sure. And then something happened, and then she had to stay there first because of the corona. Then there was rumors that she's hospitalized again, and then she's still away from home and away from her children. Now, I decided to do a spread. Now, I'm going to stop it for a moment. Okay, all done. So I decided to do a spread from this book that is called the 365 tarot spread, that is called Happy Marriage, and see how happy is their marriage. So I'm going to look for that spread. It is a very beautiful book with a lot of spreads, and usually all of those spreads are connected to something, and they come by date. So it is usually something that is connected to date. So this is the April 29th spread, but you don't have to do them especially on that day. But it is an 8-card spread, and my usual card spread for for relationships is a 14-card spread, which takes almost every piece of this small table. So I decided to use this one. And this tarot deck is called the Hush Tarot, and I just thought that by the name it is fitting to use it. So it is the first time I'm using it, so I might get confused by the art, but I hope I won't. It's not a Rider-Waite at all. So let's start with clearing the deck. And let's see how happy is the marriage between Prince Albert and Charlene. How happy is the marriage between Prince Albert and Charlene. How happy is the marriage between Prince Albert and Charlene. Okay, let's take those back. How happy is the marriage between Prince Albert and Charlene? Okay, so the first card is, do they care to one another like friends do? And we get the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords, it's a very peculiar. It is a very nice card here, but it is a card of vacation, and it is a card of going away, and we do know that they are apart right now. So as an answer to yes or no, do they care for one another as friends? Yes, they do, because it is a positive card. It speaks about going away, a vacation, but it also speaks about staying in the past and a temporary situation. So it does say that they do care for one another as friends. So this is the first card. Now the second card is, can Charlene be honest and vulnerable with her mate? So can she be honest with him? And we get the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is the adventurer queen. She is the queen she's the Scorpio, okay? She is the one that is very prone to changes. She is very sexual. She is one that goes to adventures. She has no fear. So because this is also a yes answer, because it is a court card. So but at any rate, this queen has no fear. So she has no problem in talking to him and telling him exactly what her problems are. So she has no problem in being honest with him and saying whatever she needs to say to him. Now the next card is, do they reach good solution for their problems? And we get the Magician. So this is another good card, because the Magician is the one who creates from nothing. He is the one who is the initiator. He is the one with solutions and for things. He is the one who knows what to do. He knows exactly what is right. He's organized, he's skilled, he has the ability to manifest. So this is a yes answer to this question, because can they find solutions? The Magician couldn't be a better card than that, and except for the fact that this is a major arcana, and major arcanas are less earthly than the lesser arcana, but still the Magician is the one who manifests better than anyone else. So from all the major arcana, this is the best card there is. And I would say if you look at the art of this card, we can see that there is turmoil there, because you can see here there's something that looks like a wolf coming, and there is something that looks like a storm, but in the eye of the storm here, but that looks a little bit like the eye of an owl. And this woman is sitting here with a dog in her lap. The entire art is very peculiar, and it does look like there is a storm there, that something is lurking in the darkness. Something is wrong, but they can manifest and they can find solution to their problems. But in the intuitive way of reading this card, I would say that there are problems in the background. So this is the third card. Now the fourth card is, do we care for each other, for each other's needs? So this is the fourth card, and we get the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords is a card of being disengaged from reality and being unable to see reality as it is and making the wrong choice. So this is a no answer for this question. Now in this card we see a bird on top of some kind of metal stand. It doesn't especially say anything to me, but the psychological interpretation of this card is that this is a need to do a choice, but this choice is probably going to be the wrong one. So as an answer to this question, do they care for one another's need? The answer is no. So it looks like at least one of them thinks that his needs or her needs are more important than the other. And I would say, I wouldn't know who it is, but for someone to be such a long time away, not from only from her husband and her house, but also her children, it does seem a little bit curious, and it does look like Charlene is either running away from something, or she puts her needs above all. But they don't know how to take care of one another's needs. Now, the next card is, do they respect each other? So, do they respect each other? And we get the 5 of Swords. I think it's the Swords. Yes, it's the Swords. So, the 5 of Swords is a card of needing to do some kind of an action, needing to act. And this card is saying, don't sit on the fence. All options are bad, but you have to do to decide and to choose something. So this is not such a good card. So do they respect each other? Probably not, because if they would have respected each other, we should get another card. This card speaks about a battle. It speaks about a rivalry. It speaks about hurting or being afraid of getting hurt. This is someone who is unsatisfied. So no, they are not respecting each other, not very much. Next card is, do Charlene trust her husband completely? So does she trust him completely? And we get the 6 of Pentacles. Now, the 6 of Pentacles is a card of receiving and giving, but it also depends on whether or not you're giving to receive. If you're not giving, then what you're receiving, that it is more than you deserve. If you are giving, then you get what you deserve. So this card speaks about being in the right place at the right time. It does speak about second chances, and also speaks about going abroad. So it speaks about generosity. It speaks about giving others without asking help, understanding that you cannot cope alone. So as an answer to this question, that can she trust him, I would say that yes, let's say in a way, because this is a second chances card, and because it is a second chances card, just like the 6 of Cups, by the way, because 6s are second chances, I would say that she gave him a second chance, that at first she didn't trust him, or at least she did, and he misused her trust, and then she decided to give him a second chance. So right now it is like it is swaying between yes or no. She is probably still thinking about it, but she is tending towards giving him a second chance. It is a card of going abroad, like the 6 of Swords does. You remember, all sixes are the same basic energy. So this is also a card of going away, and she probably went away to think. She probably went away to decide what to do, and then she maybe got caught because of the corona or because of the pandemic, and but she did decide to give him a second chance and to give him a chance to be trusted again. So this is card number 6. Now card number 7 is do they want the same things out of life? Now we're talking about royals, and royals have a very specific way of life, but do they both want it? And we get the Chariot. Now the Chariot is a card that speaks about dreams, and dreams that should become truth. And that is a very positive card for this question. The Chariot is a card that is also speaking about going out for some kind of a fight, but it is a fight on your dreams, because the Chariot calls her, do not give up on your dream. Be assertive. Don't give up for any price. Act decisively. Being direct. Even though there are quarrels sometimes and difficulties and sometimes the need to go out to war, but the Chariot does call her not to give up on her dreams. So as an answer of the question of do they want the same things from life, I'm not sure, but I would say that yes, because this is a card that tells Charlene not to give up on her dreams, and if her dreams are not the same as what Prince Albert is offering her, then she wouldn't go back. So I think that if she does go back, then it does mean that they do want the same thing out of life. What I'm sure is that she wants her children. Okay, so the last card is what else do they need to know? And we get the Fool. And the Fool is a card that speaks about freedom has no price and doing everything to be free. And this is another card. So this reading is very it's not very coherent because some of the cards are better than the others, but all in all, I would say, and this card sums it up very well, there is a question of being free. There is a question of freedom here, and I think that Charlene went because she was looking for some kind of way to be free. So it does look like she was looking for a way, because all of this reading was from her point of view. It does look like she was looking for a way to be free and to regain her freedom and understand that she or find a way to be free again. And I must remind you that the Fool is the beginning and the ending of the same journey. And the Fool can be either the beginning of the journey, or he can be after he went through all of it, after he went through the World Cup card, got perfection, and then decided that he wants to be free. And this is like the one who got enlightenment, and he is enlightened enough that if he does step off the cliff, he won't fall down, he will float. So this card doesn't tell us much as to its art, doesn't tell me much, but as the psychological interpretation, I would say that Charlene was thinking about, or still thinking about, being free. She is the adventurous. She is the one who is thinking about, who is willing to take risks. And here we got the Six of Swords, so she went away and she is willing to take risks. Both of them as a couple are having problems. We can see the problems lurking here, but they do have the ability to manifest and to find solutions, because this is the Magician. And then as the Two of Swords is a card that speaks about a very difficult choice that had to be made, and maybe Albert was holding the children as hostages, and just made the choice very hard for Charlene. Maybe she was going to leave him, and then decided to give him a second chance. And there is a battle that is going on here. She did have to be active and do something active in order to find a solution to this problem. And another six card, and we've got two sixes here, but the Six of Pentacles that speaks about money, but also about going abroad and fighting and giving second chances. So there is this thought of giving a second chance, but she doesn't want to give up her dreams, and she's still thinking about wanting to be free. So this is the reading about whether or not their marriage is happy. And this is another oracle deck that I like. I used it a few times before. It is an oracle deck that is especially for women, calls them to use their own magic. And it is, I like it to use it with royals because of the crown, but it doesn't have to be, because it looks at every woman as a princess. So I would look at, and I want to see what kind of message, because these are all positive messages. So what kind of message can we give Charlene? So first I'm going to clear the deck. Okay, positive message for Charlene, message for Charlene, message for Charlene. Okay, and the card that we get is Shark. Swim away from this situation. So this is a warning card. This is a card that tells her, swim away from this situation. This is a bad situation for you. And as you can see, this is a man and a woman, and it does tell her that this is a bad situation for her and that she should go away. And I know that she is a swimmer, and I know that she was even an Olympic swimmer, if I'm not mistaken, but I know that for sure that she's a swimmer, so this is like the perfect oracle card for her. So I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and you can also write me a comment or write me an email, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.